Happy morning, friends. Friends, today we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is linear correlation. As per our discussion in the theoretical lecture of online, we discussed what is correlation, then how many types of correlations, then what is coefficient of correlations. Now we are going to move to discuss how many methods we have to learn correlations. So first method we have, it is a scatter diagram method. Second method is Karl-Pearson's product moment method, and third method is Spearman's rank correlations. My dear friends, first method is only has only theory. So we discuss later on classes after completion of COVID-19. Today we are Today I am going to take a continuous lecture of Karl-Pearson's method. So I would like to discuss Karl-Pearson method over here. My dear friends, this is the first method which gives us a degree of relationship. Means दो वेरिएबल के बीच में कितना रिलेशन है उसका न्यूमेरिकल मेजर ऑफ टू वेरिएबल्स, which is called correlation coefficient or coefficient of correlation. So which is known as R. Symbolically it is known as R. And because of we have two variables x and y, so we have to solve correlation coefficient between x and y. So it is mentioned as Rxy. Okay, many are using y and x, and my dear friends, both answers are same. If you are going to find out correlation coefficient between variable x and y or between y and x, both are giving same answer. So instead of this way, we are using single R. So notation is clear? Okay. So Karl-Pearson's method. So first of all, this is the first method which gives a degree of relationship between two variables. Means दो वेरिएबल के बीच में कितना कोरिलेशन है उसका न्यूमेरिकल मेजर. As per our discussion in the online lecture, our answer is always lie between -1 to +1. -1 shows perfect negative correlations, +1 shows perfect positive correlation, 0 shows lack of correlation or there is no correlations. If our answer is lie between 0 and 1, it is called partial positive correlation, but depends. If it is very near to 1, it is called high degree positive correlations. If it is near to 0, we are going to say it is low degree positive correlations. Same in the negative manner. My dear friends, here we are going to solve correlation. Coefficient is equals to covariance of x and y divided by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. This is the original formula to find out correlation coefficient. Very simple formula we have: covariance of xy divided by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. So correlation coefficient is indicated by small letter r. My dear friends, अगर आप Rxy मतलब correlation coefficient between x and y फाइंड करोगे या फिर correlation coefficient between y and x फाइंड करोगे, both are having equal answer. मतलब अगर आप डिमांड एंड प्राइस बोलते हो या प्राइस एंड डिमांड बोलते हो, one is the same thing. So r remain same. So instead of Rxy or Ryx, I would like to prefer only r. Small letter r is the notation to represent correlation coefficient. So covariance of x and y, so I would like to use the first three letter of the spell covariance of COV, but it is read out as covariance of xy. Into bracket I would like to mention xy. So this is covariance of xy. My dear friends, in the standard 11 we learn how to represent standard deviation. So all we know is that it is called S. So I would like to use S. But it is a standard deviation of x, so I have to write now small letter x very next to s. It is called suffix, so read out as sx into standard deviation is s about variable y. This is the very simple formula to find out correlation coefficient between two variables. So r is equals to covariance of xy divided by sx into sy. Now the question is arise, sir, how to find out covariance of xy? My dear friends, we have a formula. It is sum of x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by n. It is a average. Dividing by n, that means what we know. If anything is divided by number of observations, it is called average. The sum of this part x minus x bar, it is called deviation from mean. Deviation from mean. So product of deviation from mean, sum of products of deviation from mean divisible by n, it is called covariance of xy. Or in other manner, it is an average. It is an average of sum of mean deviation, so sum of products of mean deviation between variable x and y. Sum of x minus x bar, y minus y bar divided by n. Now divisible by s. So we have a formula, root of sum of x minus x bar square upon n into, again here we have to find out standard deviation of y. So instead of variable x we are using y. So sum of y minus y bar square upon n. So now some mathematical steps that we are going to be apply here. So 1 upon n, sum of x minus x bar y minus y bar. The next representation of the same data. Okay. Then take 1 upon n common. So 1 upon n and sum of x minus x bar square into other root of 1 upon n sum of y minus y bar square. So now 1 upon n sum of x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by 1 upon n, here we have 1 upon n, here we have, so take it common. So it is 1 upon n. Now in the first root, sum of x minus x bar square into other root of sum of y minus y bar square. So 1 upon n, 1 upon n is to be cancelled. So we have a formula which is called r is equals to sum of x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by first root of sum of x minus x bar square other root of sum of y minus y bar square. This is the formula we are using to obtain our correlation coefficient by using Carl-Pearson's product moment method. Okay, so this is the last formula. Okay, the original formula this is we have. In the exam, many are using for short questions. This formula to be used. First one, covariance of xy divided by sx into sy. Three measures are available, and with the help of three measures we are able to find out r. Then remember, covariance of xy means what? It is sum of x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by n. And now I would like to put this sx into sy. The other formula we have. The other formula we have to use in the short questions, and the new one we have sum of xy minus n x bar y bar divided by n into sx into x. My dear friends, we have three formulas which are used only in short questions. This is the mathematical solution of these things. Sum of x minus x bar y minus y bar. While we are going to open a bracket, so at the end we are getting this one, sum of xy minus nx bar y bar divided by n into sx into sy. And our answer is always lie between -1 to Plus, so this is the most important part, my dear friends. Okay, my dear friends, we are going to discuss illustration number 5. So now you are thinking, what about illustration number 4 up to 4, 1 to 4? Illustration number 1 to 4 depends on the first method. It is called scatter diagram, where we have to draw only charts. That means what? We have two kind of variables x and y. After drawing x axis and y axis, we have to plot all the values on the graph paper. So this method goes close. Okay. Practical examples are coming from the illustration number 5. So I would like to go to discuss with you. That is illustration number 5. See here. The following information is collected by taking a sample of 7 candidates having nearly same intellectual ability to know the effect of last day's preparation for a competitive examination of general knowledge on the result of the examination. So my dear friends, they have given two columns. First column is called reading hours of last 3 days. I mention as x. First variable you have to mention always as x, and second one you have to mention as always y. The second is marks obtained in the examination. After the given data, they are asking find the correlation coefficient between reading hours of the last 3 days and marks obtained in the examination from the data and interpret it. My dear friends, as per our explanation of the first formula by Karl-Pearson's method, our formula is R is equal to sum of x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by first root of sum of x minus x bar square into other root of sum of y minus y bar square. Okay, so this method is called product moment method. So first of all, this method is depends on the mean. So first step, always we have to find out mean of both the variables. So below it, I would like to mention mean. So x bar is equal to sum of x upon n. So first of all, we have to get total of the first column. The total of the first column is available. It is 231 divided by 7, and it is 33. Now we have to find out y bar. For the next variable, the sum of y upon n. Total of y divisible by n. The total of y is available. It is 504 divided by 7, and the answer is 72. The most important note you have to be remembered. This method is applicable if your mean are integer values. If they are in decimals, so we have to use some other method. But remember friends, जैसे जैसे हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे आपको मालूम पड़ेगा कि आप कौन सी मेथड करनी है. My approach is your knowledge does not depends on any formula. आप ये कभी मत सोचना कि इस मेथड में आपको यही करना है. You are actually free to adopt any method. But right now we are going to learn Karl-Pearson method. So that's why I would like to discuss point to point explanation of this method. So first of all, always we have to find out mean of both the variables. So if they are integer values, that means they are not in decimals. If they are integer values, then we have to continue with our method. So first column we have to prepare deviation from mean. So it is first column x minus x bar. It is deviation from mean. My mean is 33. 33 is subtracted from the each amount of x. 25 minus 33 it is minus 8. 38 minus 33 it is 5. 30 minus 33 it is minus 3. 28 minus 33 it is minus 5. 34 minus 33 it is 1. 40 minus 33 it is 7. And 36 minus 33 it is 3. And my dear friends, we learn in the standard 11, whenever we subtract mean from the variable, sum comes out always 0. If it is not 0, means we have done mistake somewhere. We have to find out that mistake and correct the mistake, then continue the questions. Okay. Making the first column x minus x bar do the same for the variable y. It is y minus y bar. So now I would like to make a next column y minus y bar. So my y bar is 72. So subtract this amount from the each amount of y. So 65 minus 72 it is minus 7. 75 minus 72 it is 3. 68 minus 72 it is minus 4. 70 minus 72 it is minus 2. 72 minus 72 it is 0. 79 minus 72 it is 7. and 75 minus 72 is 3. And again the same thing, whenever we subtract mean from the variable, sum comes out 0, so it is 0. So these two columns are to be made. Okay, but ऐसा क्यों करते हैं, ऐसा क्यों करते हैं? Because of we are not comfortable with the big numbers. We are not comfortable with the big numbers, so we are going to convert our big numbers into a small numbers. So this is the first approach. Apply to subtract mean from the variable. So mean आपने माइनस किया. अब सोचो, अगर आपका आंसर 33.72 होता, 33.72 होता, तो आप क्या करते? अगर सब ये वाला कॉलम रेडी करते, तो all the values comes out in decimals. So it creates a mathematical problems for the calculation. So now, after making these two columns, we have to find out. Remember, Karl Pearson's method. It is also known as product moment method. तो आपको इन दोनों का प्रोडक्ट फाइंड करना पड़ेगा. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? प्रोडक्ट इज x minus x bar into y minus y bar. So 8 7s are 56, minus minus plus. Always cares will be taken while you are going to multiply, and please pay attention on the sign. 5 3s are 15, 4 3s are 12, minus minus plus, 5 2s are 10 plus, 0 into 1 0, 7 7s are 49, and 3 3s are 9. And please get total of this column also. So in the textbook it is given 151. So I would like to mention here 151. Then next column is squaring the deviation. So x minus x bar square. So this is your column x minus x bar, and we need to make x minus x bar square. So square of minus 8 is 64. 5 square is 25. Then 3 square is 9. 25, 1, 49, and 9. These are the square amounts of this column. Now get total of this column. It is 182. Now the last column to prepare it is y minus y bar square. 7 square is 49, minus minus plus, 3 square is 9, is 16, 4, 0, 49 and 9, and get total of this one column also, it is 136. So columns are ready. See here, two columns are available in the questions. Selection of method is always depends on us. I explain you the first formula, that's why I am going to find out mean. It is not compulsory to find out mean every time. While we are discussing the other approaches to find out the same calculations, you get the more idea. Okay, for this example we have to obtain mean first, but remember my friends, this method is applicable only when your mean are in integers. If they are in decimals, we have to use some other approach. Okay, so now coefficient of correlation, which is known as R, and our formula is sum of x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by first root of sum of x minus x bar square, other root of sum of y minus y bar square. Sum of x minus x bar, y minus y bar, we have 151, you can use it here, 151 divided by first root of sum of x minus x bar square, here we have 182. Then in the other root of it is 136. So my dear friends, 151. Many of the students are able to use 182 into 136. आप दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करके लास्ट में रूट ले सकते हो, या फिर सेपरेट इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकाल के यहाँ पे शो करो अमाउंट, इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकाल के यहाँ पे शो करो, दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करो, आपको डिवीजन में क्या लेना है वो मिल जाएगा. मेरे पास जो अमाउंट आ रहा है, इन दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं तो रूट में क्या आएगा 24,752. इन दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन रूट के में मिल गया. ये 151 डिवाइड बाय इसका रूट निकालेंगे तो हमारे पास आता है 157.33. एंड अवर आंसर, जो आपका आंसर आ रहा है वो इस तरह से आ रहा है कि r इज इक्वल टू, ये डिवीजन करो तो आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा 0.96. ये आपका आंसर है. आफ्टर गेटिंग अवर आंसर, इट मस्ट बी कंपेयर विद योर माइंड. हमने क्या बोला था? कोरिलेशन कोएफिशिएंट इज ऑलवेज लाई बिटवीन -1 to +1. बराबर, ये हो गया। अब देखते हैं, अगर आपका आंसर देखो, आपका आंसर पॉजिटिव दिख रहा है, अगर +1 आता है हम क्या बोलते हैं, देयर इज अ परफेक्ट पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन बिटवीन द वेरिएबल्स। बराबर, आपका आंसर पॉजिटिव तो है लेकिन परफेक्ट नहीं है। बराबर, सिंपल। आप सोचो, जैसे मैं लिखता हूं यहाँ पे ये 0 है, यहाँ पे ये -1 और यहाँ पे प्लस, इस तरह से आपका अभी आपका आंसर 1 के आसपास मतलब 0.96 है। अगर यहाँ पे होता बराबर तो पूरा का पूरा अमाउंट तो पॉजिटिव ही है, लेकिन अगर आपका आंसर इफ नियर टू 1 इट इज कॉल्ड हाई डिग्री पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन बिटवीन द वेरिएबल्स, हाई डिग्री। लेकिन इफ इट इज नियर टू 0 इट इज कॉल्ड लो डिग्री पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन। बट इफ सपोज यहाँ 0.5 है, एग्जैक्ट 0.5 है, तो क्या है, we are not sure whether it is high degree or low degree, तो हम क्या बोलेंगे, it is a partial positive correlation between the variables। हम लोग को high degree और low degree निकालने के क्या बोलेंगे, सीधा partial positive correlation between the variables। if our answer is near to 1 it is called high degree, if it is near to 0 it is called low degree। अगर 0 आता है there is no correlation, it is called lack of correlations। so after getting our answer we have to use to write our answers। यहाँ पे हम लोग आंसर लिख देंगे। so therefore that is a high degree positive correlation between the variables। very simple process my dear friends, it depends on you totally। there's a crystal clear use of calculators, two columns are available, you have to find out mean first, if means are in integer values you have to make these columns, and the very easy formula we have, r is equal to sum of x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by first root of sum of x minus x bar square into the root of sum of y minus y bar square, and our answer is always lie between -1 to +1। thank you very much my dear।